What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of the Marlon Weekly Podcast. I am your host, Marlon Wade. So, this is my first episode. I actually don't even know what I was even going to talk about, but I guess I'll just go ahead and go off the cuff. I guess I'll go ahead and start by introducing myself. Like I said in the intro, my name is Marlon Wade, and I'm probably going to make this podcast about probably games, game reviews, superhero movies. Probably in any other movie too. I'm not just gonna just make it just narrow down to just superhero movies. It's gonna be about pretty much any movie that I like, that I saw. Then I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know that what I think about it. But games, movies, photography. Right now I'm really starting to get real deep into photography. I never thought I would actually, would like it or anything like that. I just kind of picked up a camera. I saw people taking pictures on flickr.com, and I said, you know what, that was pretty cool. I like those pictures that they're taking. Maybe I can do that. So I just went ahead and bought a camera on Amazon, a Panasonic Lumix. I picked it up, started playing around with it. And it's not one of my favorite hobbies. Right next to playing games and watching movies. Just going out there and just taking pictures of basically just life. People walking by, street photography. I like taking pictures of landscapes. Just going out there taking pictures of bugs, just anything that inspires me, that I see that looks good. I just go and I capture it. So that's probably what my podcast is gonna be about. But as we go down, as the days go by, as we go down the line, maybe the podcast will broaden a little bit. I'll probably bring on some guests and stuff, and the podcast will probably end up being about just probably a lot of different things as we go along. But so I guess in this first episode, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about my one of my adventures that I had with my street photography. I actually went to the Florida Mall today. Well, not today. It was actually, today would be Wednesday. So that means yesterday was Tuesday. So it was Sunday. It was Sunday night. I was with my little cousins and my brother. We went to the Florida Mall, and I brought my camera just so I can get a little practice. I usually like to bring my camera everywhere I go, because I always like to capture moments that, capturing moments that just that would never come back. That's what people don't understand about photography. They look at us and they go, oh, what are they doing over there? They're just taking pictures. It's like, no, we're capturing beautiful moments that will not come back. This will not ever happen again, and we're capturing that moment. That's one of the things that I like so much about photography. Is that, let's say if I don't know, there's a dog walking down the street and it's drinking water. Now, most people would just say that, oh, the dog he's just drinking water, no big deal. No, you gotta understand that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Seeing nature, seeing animals just walking around, whether it's drinking water, whether they're just playing with their owner. Capturing moments like that, to me, is beautiful. So that's what I like about street photography. So anyways, we're back to the topic. Or the story. Anyways, we're going to the Florida Mall, and just walking around, checking out the stores, and we go into this comic book store. Well, I shouldn't say comic books. It's more of they have merchandise. You go in there and you got cups. They got stuff. Iron Man figures, statues. All kinds of stuff. Nerd cups. Just all kind of merchandise. So we go in there. I'm there taking pictures or whatnot. Just feeling just a little bit weird, because I read all the read all the articles and the videos that people do when they do street photography. You know, that some people just kind of feel a little offset about it because, you know, you're just taking pictures without permission. But I made sure that I was just kind of taking pictures of the statues and, you know, stuff that I saw that interests me. You know, I wasn't really trying to get anybody into the shot or anything because I didn't want any problems. But yeah, you know, I was just taking pictures of the merchandise, the posters. They had some good pictures, some photos. They had paintings that of the Avengers, Iron Man, X-Men, Superman, Batman, just all kinds of different things that, you know, that you know, I liked, that I thought were pretty cool. That I took pictures of those. You know, they even had Super Mario there. They had Super Mario with Yoshi and whatchamacallit, one of those I think they call them the Gaishin Goopin, something like that. I'm not too sure what they call them. Those guys that have no arm, they're just the head and the feet. You know, one of those guys, the Goombas. There we go, Goombas. I always get that wrong, the Goombas. Yeah, so I was taking pictures of those, and you can go on my Flickr and check those out. You can go on flickr.com/stallion8057. That's flickr.com/stallion8057. You can go on there and check out my my photos that I took when I was at the Florida Mall. Some pictures I like, some pictures didn't come out too good. Some of them came out a little blurry. I gotta kind of work on that a little bit, work on the settings. You know, see what I did wrong and try to fix it. You know, and some of them just came out real phenomenal. I surprised myself with some of the pictures that I took. You know, and when you guys go on my Flickr, you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. But you know, back to the story. So we're in there. We're in the store's called Think Geek. We were in there, and you know, everything was all good. Ain't too much happening there. So you know, I left. Well, before I left, actually, they had this Iron Man statue that was in front of the store. So I go in there. So I go over there and I take a picture with it. And like again, you will see that on my Flickr. So then we leave. So now we're just walking around, you know, in the middle of the mall, and I really started getting inspired, man, because I saw a lot of good stuff. A lot of good scenery that I wanted to capture, but again, I was kind of a little nervous because I didn't want to start taking pictures and people are like, "Hey, what did you take a picture of me just now? You didn't get permission?" You know, and I was like, "Man, this is a lot of good stuff," you know. But I said, "You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna start taking pictures because this is a lot of good stuff that, you know, I know a lot of people are just taking for granted, and I'm gonna get the stuff regardless." So screw everybody. If they had a problem with me taking pictures, then hey, I don't give a damn. So I went ahead and started taking pictures, and surprisingly, well, to my surprise, nothing happened. You know, nothing happened. You know, yeah, sure, people were looking, but you know, that was it. They just looked and they kept going without their business. So I was like, okay, well, this doesn't seem too bad. So I just continued taking pictures and whatnot. I got a real good view of the whole mall with a good wide view shot of the mall. It had Starbucks on the right side. It had a smoothie place, and you'll actually see my cousin in the shot too. He's actually, he didn't really mean to photobomb me, but you know, he kind of just looked over and saw me. I was taking a picture, so he looked. So if you see a guy with a high top kind of looking at me, that's not a stranger, that's my cousin. So there you go. But anyway, so we keep walking down, and you know, we're walking, I see a lot of good stuff, and I saw this empty bar, and just the way they had it set up, I'm like, wow, this is a very, very beautiful bar. So I went over there, you know, I took a picture of it, and again on my Flickr I take a picture of it and I go, man, this is a beautiful bar right here, man. So I took a picture of it real quick, and that's got to be one of my, should I say my best picture? I don't want to say my best picture, but it's in the top 5. It came out clear, detailed, lighting was on point, everything was on point. I was like, wow, this right here, this is my money shot right here. I'm real proud of that shot. So anyway, I take a picture of that. We keep going, and we get to the Disney store. We go in there. I probably got like one shot in there. It wasn't really, there wasn't really nothing too big in there anyway. It's a Disney store. But yeah, just got one shot, no biggie. Got out of there, and then we kept walking. And then we passed by the Microsoft store. I said, okay, now I gotta get a shot of this right here. I don't care what no one says. I'm getting a shot of this. So I go right there. I wanted to get a shot from the front, but I don't know, just the way it was. There was there's a lot of people there in my way. I didn't want to be in no one's way or anything. So I just kind of got a shot from the side of it, and it came out better than I thought it would. It came out a whole lot better than I thought it would. So I took the shot, and the picture came out phenomenal. That's in my that's my top 10 best pictures that I took. So we proceeded. We kept going, and we got to it was an M&M store. There was an M&M store they had there. I didn't know they had one of those in the Florida Mall. That's actually my first time being there in years. So I of course I got to get a picture of the M&M store. So boom, take a picture of the front entrance. And I love the way it came out, because the way I put the shutter speed, I had it where I wanted everyone to be blurry and have the store crystal clear. That's the way. That's what I wanted. I had the camera on program. By the way, I had it on program. I'll always keep it on program. If I'm gonna put it on manual, then I'm gonna need the tripod. But I didn't have the tripod, so usually I keep it on program. And that shot came out phenomenal. Had the two couple in front of me. They were walking, so they were kind of blurred out in a sense. And crystal clear of the store. And then I noticed on the side of that M&M store, they had pictures of the M&M characters dressed up as Star Wars. So I took pictures of those, and those came out great as well. So we kept walking, and we got to the Apple store. Now, every photographer, anytime they see the Apple store, they got to get a picture of that. And I was like, yep, this is it right here. I got to get a picture of this right here. So I go there, and this time I can actually get into I can actually get it centered. Not like the Microsoft store, because there was a lot of people over there. I wouldn't get nobody's way. But with this one, there wasn't a lot of people there, so I can get my shot. So I go there, and I noticed that there were people sitting. They had a lot of chairs in the middle of the mall. So I'm there, looking through my camera window, and I noticed that people sitting there are kind of looking at me like, they didn't have that. I should say they didn't have that joyful look on their face, like hey, this guy here, he's taking pictures. They had a real. They looked sad, to be honest with you. They just look kind of sad. But I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm taking this picture. I got to get a picture of the Apple store. This is awesome. Screw you people. So I took a picture of it, and again, photo bombed. You can see it on Flickr. But the picture came out pretty good. Yeah, it came out pretty good. I probably should have put the ISO up a little bit more, maybe to 200, just so I can brighten it up just a tad bit. But it still didn't come out too bad. But I probably should have seen how it would have looked if I would have put the ISO up to 200. Because I kind of focused in on the store, but not too bad. Wasn't too bad at all. Glad I got a picture of the Apple Store. So we kept walking, and by that time they were ready to go anyway. So we walked back. Pretty much same store. So I didn't take any pictures after that. So we got outside, and got into the car. It was nighttime, so I was like, okay, you know what? This might be a good chance that I could switch the camera to manual and see if I can get some night pictures, some night shots. Just kind of, just play around with it, 'cause that's how you usually learn, when you just mess around with the camera. So I'm there, I'm in there messing around with the camera, trying to get that I'm trying to get that look where, okay, so the shutter speed was, I think I put it on real low, and I made sure that the aperture was open for a long time, maybe like, I probably want to say 3 seconds. I had it open for, about 3 seconds. I was trying to get that look where the cars, the light of the cars had like a straight line of light. I was trying to get that effect. And I got it sometimes I didn't. But I had this real funny kind of looking picture. It looks good, but also looks bad. If the background, again, I didn't have a tripod or anything that I can lean upon. The car was moving, but this one shot would have came out real good if I had the camera still, because the background was of a gas station that was lit up, and the cars were making a left. So I would have had that look of the cars with the beam of light making that left, and the gas station would have been, perfect and crystal clear if I had a tripod. But I could see the potential of the picture, so I wasn't really gonna get too mad at that. So yeah, we pretty much go home, and that was pretty much it for the street photography. We got home. My brother had to go to work, and it was just me and my cousins playing. We're playing Dead or Alive. Playing Dead or Alive 5. Now that game, I love Dead or Alive. Man, I know everyone has their personal taste, but when it comes to fighting games, I gotta say in this numerical order, for me at least, when it comes to just fun, the game mechanics, just the gameplay, just the overall game. In this numerical order for me, when it comes to fighting games, we have, I'm gonna say DOA, Dead or Alive. Then I'm gonna go with Virtua Fighter. Right, Virtua Fighter. Then I'm gonna go with Tekken. Now Tekken and Virtua Fighter for me, that's kind of it's real close. It's real close because they're both good. I like both of their mechanics. But I'm going to go ahead and give it slightly to Virtua Fighter. Alright. So DOA, Dead or Alive, Virtua Fighter, Tekken, and then Street Fighter. Street Fighter comes in fourth. Because as much as I like Street Fighter, I never really cared for their mechanics and the way the characters played. For me, it just wasn't. It just never did it for me. I just never. Always felt kind of too stiff sometimes when I play Street Fighter. So, it comes in fourth. So yeah. But you know what? No. I take that back. It doesn't come in fourth. It comes in fifth. What comes in fourth is Marvel vs. Capcom. Marvel vs. Capcom. That comes in fourth. That game right there is just by far the best. Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, I probably shouldn't even put that in a category. That's just on a different level completely. That's probably just a different. That's just its own thing right there. I shouldn't even put that in the number order. That's something different completely. But anyways, we were playing Dead or Alive, and I was playing as my favorite character, Hinoka. She's I like her fighting style, and she's hot. She's real hot. But yeah, we're just me and my cousins were playing that, and we were actually mostly playing as the girls. I don't really play the guys a lot. I don't know what it is, but when it comes to video games, I don't really play the men a lot. I always play the girls. And a lot of people, well, I shouldn't say a lot of people, some people, they'll look at me and they'll go, What you always playing as girls for, man? You gay? And I'm like, well, where's the logic in that? That's stupid. If I'm playing as girls most of the time and I'm looking at girls, I like looking at girls. I don't want to see a bunch of sweaty dudes fighting. I'm sorry, I don't want to look at a bunch of sweaty guys fighting. Every now and then I'll pick a guy, but for the most part, I want to see girls fight. I want to see some hot girls fight. They're kicking ass and they look good. That's what I want to see. Excuse me for being straight. I don't know what logic you guys have, where if you like women, you're gay. What kind of backwards thinking is that? I never got that. That always bothered me. But I just ignore that. I go and keep picking the people I pick, and I keep beating them. So we're even. So, But yeah, man, yeah, this is not a bad podcast actually. Been actually doing pretty good for the first episode. But yeah. So I bet a lot of y'all already saw Deadpool already, huh? Yeah, I ain't see it yet. But I hear a lot of success came from it, and I'm glad that it did good, that it's doing good. Because now it can open doors to a lot of different ideas for just different, instead of just keep on doing PG-13 with everything, which is not bad. It's not a bad thing. People gotta understand that's not a bad thing. When you do PG-13, you bring in the kids, you bring in the parents, you're bringing in the teenagers. So you're gonna make more money, and you can also sell more merchandise when you do a PG-13. So overall, it's the better idea to do a PG-13, because you're just gonna make more money with the merchandise, the movie, costumes. There's just there's a lot more that you can do with a PG when you do PG-13. But now what Deadpool just opened up a whole new can of worms. Now that a lot of studios didn't realize what was possible. And they can thank Ryan Reynolds for that. They can thank Ryan Reynolds and the director too, but mostly Ryan Reynolds. You can thank for that. Because they should have listened to this guy in the first place when they did the other X-Men, and they sewn Deadpool's mouth shut. That right there let everybody know that Fox doesn't listen to their fans. Or Fox doesn't listen at all. Same thing what they did with the Fantastic Four. I never saw it, but a lot of people said it was a pile of garbage. And that's exactly what they get for always trying to control everything and not listening. And it seemed like maybe they learned a lesson from that. And I'm glad. Just give creative freedom to the people who know what they're doing and have a passion for it. This is why Marvel is winning. These are what the studios don't understand. Fox, Sony. These are what you guys don't understand. Give creative freedom to the right people, and you're going to get magic. Right? Just look at Pixar. Now, granted, not everything's going to be a hit. Just look at Cars. It wasn't hit. Well, the first one was better than the second one. The second one, I don't even know why they even made it, to tell you the truth. They should have got halfway through that movie and say, hey, look, let's scrap this pile of garbage. And what was that other one? Planes. I didn't even like why. How you went from cars to planes? Like, come on, come on, Pixar. You're more creative than that. We all know that. But Pixar, they're a little more better with originals. But we all pretty much expect, what Pixar is gonna do when they make originals. It's gonna be a hit. As with that one movie that they did with the I keep forgetting what this dang movie is called. I keep forgetting what it was. Inside Out. Inside Out. That movie was good. Damn good. Go see it. I recommend you go see it. But anyways, that's what these studios need to understand, is that give creative freedom to the right people. This is why Marvel is working. Marvel has people who they let the directors do what they do best. Direct. Make a movie. They know what they're doing. Sure, every now and then Marvel's gonna kind of step in because, that's their property, and they know what they're doing as well. They know the characters too, so they want to make sure that everything's done in a particular way, but still give some kind of creative freedom to the directors. Right? That's why the first Avengers. That's why it worked so well. They gave Joss Whedon and said, "Hey man, look, go do your thing. Every now and then we'll step in, but do your thing. We know that you're passionate about these characters as well. You grew up with these characters, so you know what to do already. You know their story. You know the story. So go ahead and do it." Boom. Box office success. $1 billion, broke records. People loved it. To this day, people love it. Kids love it. Kids want to be Captain America. Girls want to be Black Widow. Just awesome, man. It just sprung out a whole new universe. Marvel just did a good job, man. A lot of these studios gotta thank Marvel for what they did. Because they made superhero movies cool. They made it cool again. Now, granted, Blade did that already. Blade and Spider-Man. But there was a whole lot of pile of garbages. There was a bunch of pile of garbage of movies that came in between that. Catwoman. Batman and Robin. With Mr. Freeze. There was a whole lot of garbage that came before that and in between that. Daredevil with what's his face that's playing Batman now. What's this guy name? I always forget these actors and directors' names. It'll come to me, but he's playing Batman vs Superman now, and I think he's gonna do pretty good if you ask me. He definitely gonna do pretty good as a Batman. But but Marvel, these studios gotta, a lot of people really need to thank Marvel, not just the studios, but just people in general, because of Marvel, we're gonna get what we want when it comes to a lot of these superhero, comic book movies. We're gonna get what we want. As before, when there would be a little bit more, oh well, that wouldn't work. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, we can't do that. We gotta change this. It's like, no, you don't gotta change much. That's the problem with these studios. They're always trying to change everything. They changed Wolverine. He was all right. Hugh Jackman did a good job as Wolverine. He looks like Wolverine, but it's like, well, our Wolverine's gonna wear a leather jacket and leather pants, and he's gonna look cool, by golly. It's like, no, I don't know. To me, he looked okay, but I still think you can find some kind of middle ground where you can have him in his original costume and still have it where it's modern. I mean, just look Marvel. Marvel did it. Look at Captain America. When Captain America first came out in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he was wearing his original costume. He wasn't wearing no oh well, this is our version of the costume, and we think it looks better. No, it looks corny. But no, but Marvel, they said, know what? No, we're gonna give him his original costume. And look, people accepted it. They said, this shit is cool. This is cool right here. And look what they did. And look what they did to him. As they progressed, they made it better. They just made it better. They found some middle ground where you can still see, okay, yeah, he's wearing his colors, and you can see everything's kind of the same, but they made it more modern and they made it cooler. But in his first movie and in the Avengers, he was wearing his regular costume, the red, white, and blue and stuff. But yeah, we got to thank we got to thank Marvel for just bringing up this new superhero genre that's just kicking ass right now. We got to thank Marvel for that. People don't give Marvel their props. You got Warner Brothers now coming up with their DC universe. We're gonna have Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck, that's his name. Gosh, there we go. Before I could remember his name, but now I got it. Ben Affleck, who's playing Batman now. You got Ben Affleck, who's gonna play Batman. Henry Cavill, Superman. That's gonna be a good movie too, right there, man. Batman vs Superman is gonna kick ass. It's gonna kick some major ass at the box office. I'm telling you, that movie is gonna be big. It's gonna be huge anyway, just because it's Batman versus Superman. So it's still gonna, do good at the box office, regardless if it's sucky or not. Because you can have a sucky movie that makes a lot of money, Transformers, and you can have a movie, that's good, that doesn't make a lot of money. And we all know movies like that. So there you go. So the movie's gonna make money regardless, just because it's Batman and Superman. Everyone knows who Batman and Superman is. My grandpa knows who Batman and Superman is. People are gonna go see it. People who don't even care for superhero movies are gonna go see the movie because, again, Batman versus Superman. So that's why it's gonna make a whole lot of money, and that is a good thing. This is just 2016, man. 2016. It's a kick-ass year for just superhero madness, and Deadpool is kicking it off right from what I hear. I'm gonna go see it on Sunday, and when I go see it, I'll let you guys know, what I thought about it and whatnot. And by that time, I can do spoilers. You guys haven't seen it then. I like seeing movies when it's towards the end of like next week, because I like to go when there's not a lot of people in the theater. That way I can put my foot up. There's no one sitting next to me. I can kind of lay there. I got my popcorn. I got my my drink and whatnot. So yeah, I always like to go the following week when there's not a lot of people there. So that way I can just kick back and whatnot. But yeah, just 2016. It is the year of the superhero movies, man. And Deadpool kicked it off perfectly. It kicked it off right, and I'm glad people are saying that it was a good movie. I'm glad. So now Batman vs Superman got to deliver. It's their turn. Once BVS kicks it off right, then it's gonna be Marvel's turn, which we already know. They're gonna kick ass. They really haven't had a bomb in a long time. So we already know Civil War is gonna kick ass. It got Black Panther in it. Spider-Man's gonna be in it, even though they haven't really, they haven't unveiled him yet, but they're going to. They're definitely going to. And yeah, I mean that's gonna be a kick-ass movie, man. Civil War. That's gonna be another juggernaut right there. I think Civil War is gonna join the $1 billion movie club, just like Batman vs Superman. it's gonna join that club. It's gonna make $1 billion. You know, because those two movies are just, to me they're kind of like, they're kind of like a lot of these big companies where they say they're too big to fail. That's gonna be Batman versus Superman and Civil War. They're just gonna be too big. They're gonna be too big to fail, man. They're gonna make $1 billion. I'm going for it. I'm gonna call it. They're gonna make $1 billion. Right now on this podcast, first episode, you heard it from me, Marlon Wade. Batman vs Superman, $1 billion. Civil War, $1 billion. I guarantee it. Watch, you'll see. But yeah. So I think right after Civil War, I'm not too sure what comes after that. I probably gotta look it up. I'll come back next podcast and we'll talk some more about year of the. I'm calling it year of the superhero movies, 2016. This year's gonna go down in history. But yeah, there's a lot of different movies that are coming out that I want to see that are not superhero movies. We got, I think it's called Moana. Yeah, I think it's called Moana. When one of the characters is gonna be voiced by The Rock, and that movie actually reminds me of Lilo and Stitch a little bit. It reminds me of Lilo and Stitch a little bit. It's gonna take place in Hawaii. It's gonna be about a girl. She's Hawaiian and whatnot. And yeah, to me, it reminds me of Lilo and Stitch. All it needs is just some alien from outer space, and boom, you got Lilo and Stitch. So that maybe that's why I want to see it so bad, because it reminds me of that. But that's another movie that I definitely want to see is Moana. Doctor Strange. I don't know anything about Doctor Strange. I never read a Doctor Strange comic, so I can't really tell you much about it. But Marvel's making it, so I could tell you right now it's gonna be at least somewhat good. Once Marvel makes a movie, it's gonna be at least somewhat good. So there you go about that one. Let's see what else. The X-Men. I'm like what I'm seeing with the X-Men trailers. Usually I'm not really a big X-Men fan, but from what I saw Storm looking pretty damn good. I saw Jubilee looking pretty damn good. I'm actually excited for this X-Men movie right here. I've never been excited for an X-Men movie, but I'm real excited for this one. I can't wait for this one to come out. So yeah, I think that's gonna be a real kick-ass movie right there. So who's that over there? I'm on my job right now. I do night security. Just checking over there, see who that is. Just some guy going over there to the ATM. But yeah, I do a little night security at nighttime. Just for a little change in my pocket. Pay the bills and whatnot, and buy the equipment that I need for my YouTube channel, my podcast. So security is probably what people don't know about security is that it is a very flexible job, especially at night. If you're there in the afternoon or the morning, it's real hard to sit down and open up your laptop and read a book without interruptions. Because there's things happening. People are walking. There's action going on. So you got to be kind of, every second you're looking up just to make sure everything's good. People are gonna call you. Hey, come meet me over at the store or something. There's some people in here who look like they might steal. So there's a lot of interruptions. But with nighttime now, when you're doing the graveyard shift, as they say, there's no distractions. There's rarely ever any distractions unless someone's breaking in, which, to be honest with you, happens every once in a blue moon. I've been doing this now 2 years now. Well, no, about almost 2 years now, actually. Going on almost 2 years, and it's been rarely someone ever broke in. And I just been on my laptop reading the book. You know, that's all. That's really all I've been doing. Just researching different stuff, learning new things on the job. It's real flexible. So I'm basically getting paid to do other things. Basically, I'm getting paid at the same time, and I'm able to work on other stuff. That to me is the greatest thing ever. Because here I'm doing a podcast, right? I'm knocking this podcast out the way. Meanwhile, I'm here on my job. I'm just sitting in the car and I'm just looking. Name me any other job where you can do that. You can't. You can't. There is no other job like that. And most people will make fun of me. Oh, you're a security guard. But I'm like, yeah. At least I'm not a slave. I'm here. I'm sitting down. I'm doing a freaking podcast. I'm building up things. Building up my own business on the side. I'm able to do stuff out here because I'm here from from 9 to 6. Shit. Was it, how many hours that is? We got 9 to 6, that's 6, 7, 8, 9. It's almost 9, 10 hours that I'm out here. That I'm able to just, I got my food here, working on my podcast. I'm learning a little computer programming. I got my laptop right here. I got my Notepad++ where I do my programming from, PHP, HTML, JavaScript. I'm able to work on other things. And on top of that, I actually would like to do I don't tell a lot of people this, but I actually would like to make my own kilts. Not the Scottish kind of tartan kind of kilts, but where it's more of denim, camouflage. I also would like to try to make them out of fleece. I never really seen any other company do that. I've seen a lot of them. You got utility kilts, 21st century kilts, Stumptown kilts. It's another guy. He also made skirts for guys. His name is Joe. He's from his company's called Skirtcraft, and just phenomenal skirt for men, and that's what I really want to do. Besides the podcast and YouTube channel, that's something that I would really love to actually do. I'm talking about from the heart. That's what I would really like to do. I would like to sell skirts to guys. That's something that I really want to do, man, and I'm working towards that. But yeah. Anyways, oh yeah, we got. Alright, it's just some guy going to the library. There's a library in my in one of my plaza here. It's that same guy. Every morning he goes there and he drops off a book. It's a black guy. Yeah, it's just the same guy. He comes every morning, 5:00, 5:30, and drops off his books. Every single morning. He must read a lot. That's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing, man. We need to see a lot more black guys reading. I want to see a lot more of my people reading. I'm black, by the way. I want to see more of my people reading a lot of books. I don't see that a lot. I don't see that at all, really. I recommend, if you don't like reading books, get an audio book. Put it in your car. Put the headphones on. Listen to it. Learn new things. That's the problem with well, I shouldn't say black people, just people in general. People don't read a lot anymore. People are just kind of just going through life and letting things happen to them. No, you gotta learn new stuff, man. Knowledge. The more knowledge you have, the more money you'll make. That still holds true. That's very true. The more knowledge you have, the more money you will make. Give and take. Yeah, you gotta watch the company you keep, who you hang around. The type of people you hang around. If you hang around people who are just smoking dope all day and just going to the club, what are they really going to teach you? What are they really going to teach you? They ain't going to teach you much. Besides just saying, hey, man, let's smoke our problems away. Let's waste time, man. Let's go to the club, man. Let's buy some drinks, man. That cost $20. Let's pay to get in there, man. Like, don't you have anything else better to do with your money? I don't know, like, a couple of investments, a mutual fund, save your money, maybe buy a stock where you can own a piece of a company. There's better things you can do with your money besides giving it to somebody else where they would make money off of your ass. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying if you want to go to the club, go to the club. I'm just saying don't go every day like some of these crazy mofos out here and just waste your money. Don't do that stupid crap. Because that's dumb. Alright? Now, well, Marlon, where are you going to take your girlfriend at, man? You got to take her out somewhere. There's millions of other things you can do with your time, or where you can take a woman and have a way better time than going to the club and just sitting there. I don't know what they do. They sit there and they go on the wall. They post up and they just look at people. Some of them go out there and they dance. And then what do you do? What do you do the next day? You go there, you do the same damn thing. That, to me, that's not fun. That's just me. Don't mind me. That's just me. If you find that fun, yeah, you go for it. Go for it. Me personally, I would rather, I don't know, do something a little more active. Go canoeing. Go for a motorcycle ride. Go down to I don't know, go to the beach. Go to just explore new stuff, man. Go for a walk on a trail. Go for a hike. Try something different. You don't always got to be within civilization and technology. You can go out there and see if you can actually survive out there in the wilderness. That's an experience right there. That is a learning experience. That's especially for my guys who don't really have a lot of confidence and they feel like they can't talk to women. Try new things like that, because that right there will have you have more conversations with people. It'll be like an icebreaker. You have more things to talk about. So for all my especially my MGTOWs, by men going their own way. Shout out to all the MGTOWs out there. For all you guys out there who are MGTOWs, because I know a lot of you out there can't talk to women. There's a lot of virgin towels out there. Try new things. You have a lot of freedom right now. Try new things. Like I said, go canoeing, go hiking, go for, I don't know, a walk on a trail. Get into photography like me. Get into photography, take pictures, get good at it. Women like that kind of stuff. They're like, "Oh, you took that picture? Wow, that's phenomenal. Wow, can you take a picture of me? Yeah, I can take a picture of you. Go ahead. Take a picture of her. It's a damn good picture. You make her feel pretty. You go, yeah, man. You got something. You got something. You got something. Whether you get something to talk about. Women love that stuff. They like when they can learn something new from a guy. So if you're just going to the club all the time, what are you really gonna, tell her that she probably hasn't heard before? Oh, did you hear that new song by Lil Bootsy? I don't know, Lil Bootsy. Who else out there? Future, I guess. That's a new guy. But But yeah, man, just go out there, try new things, and you can definitely, break the ice when it comes to women, because you'll have a lot of conversations you'll have different conversations that a lot of people never hear about when you do interesting things. Your goal, and my goal actually too, is to become the world's most interesting man, or at least close to that. You guys saw his commercials, right? He's just doing things that are just different. just like I was saying, exploring other things. This guy's doing fencing. This guy's going for, I don't know, what's he doing, like mountain climbing in Alaska. He's just doing different things. I saw one commercial. He was wearing a kilt. He was wearing a kilt in one commercial. See right there, interesting man. That's what you want to be. So yeah, man, this is a pretty good episode today, actually. Wow, my first podcast, the Marlon Wade. I think I'm gonna call it the Marlon's Weekly Podcast. I don't know. I really haven't even thought of a name yet, but yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I'll probably talk to you guys next week when I go see Deadpool. I'll probably get a little deeper more into the photography a little more. Talk a little bit more about that, and I think because I know I was telling you guys that what I really wanted to do was make kilts for guys, skirts for guys. I think I'll make a separate podcast for that, because I think that's something that's very important that men are overlooked at when it comes to fashion. Women seem to get, women wear whatever they want. No one says anything. They wear pants. No one goes, oh, well, you're wearing pants, so you're gay. But if a guy wears a kilt or a skirt, oh, he must be a little bit he must be kind of gay. That's something that I believe that should be fought for, and it's being fought for right now. There's people already doing it. It's already a big movement, but I want to do my part by making a separate podcast for that. So I'll let you guys know when I start that up, or when that's actually going to happen. I'll definitely let you guys know that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see you guys next week when I see Deadpool. I'll let you guys know what I thought about it. Spoilers and everything. So yeah, I'll go ahead and see you guys next time. You guys have a good one. This is the Marlon's Weekly Podcast. I guess I'll go ahead and call that for now. So this is Marlon, and I'm out. Peace.